why would you want your contractor to work against you? And is that not what we're doing when we're asking for a bid? So when we're asked for a bid, what are we thinking? We're thinking, okay, what's this contractor going to do? What's this contractor going to do? And then we're thinking, okay, how do we try to get our price to align where it makes sense? So and then what do we do as homeowners? So quite often we get a really low price, we get a really high price, maybe a price or two in the middle. And what do we typically do? We choose most likely the middle one makes the most sense, but does it? So my tip here, if you will, if you're going through that process and thinking of doing it, I would strongly encourage you to have a professional involved that can decipher the bids that are coming back and be able to provide you questions that you can ask the builders. For me, there's no such thing as comparing apples to apples, and even if when we're comparing physical apples to physical apples, there's so many varieties out there that how can we compare the two? And the same thing comes with the building process. And what kind of windows are they? Are they PVC windows? Are they aluminum clad? Are they fiberglass? Are they wood windows? Are they casement windows? Are they sliding windows? Are they awning windows? And how do we know as homeowners what those kinds of assumptions are being made when somebody's giving us a price? So we've kind of developed from a company that has some helpers to what I'd like to call a design build company, but it's more of taking a holistic approach, overall approach. So do you guys, anybody hire a lawyer or hire an accountant to do their bookkeeping or their taxes? Or often we hire lawyers to like close a real estate transaction, whatever it might be. And certainly we can do that ourselves, but often it just doesn't make sense to do it. So what about people that enjoy golfing? Would you rather be on a golf course somewhere nice, warm and sunny, as opposed to trying to take on a construction project? Or folks even simply that their goal in life is to make money, then why not do what you're really good at, and as opposed to trying to save money doing a construction project? And then we're also, there's life's little realities as well, like family, and like with our kids, we were all over the map with sports and hockey and baseball and just, so at that stage of my life, I couldn't even imagine trying to take on a large project. And also, I touched on that a little bit earlier, but imagine a design. So imagine going to an architect or a designer, you come back with this really cool design. It's awesome, it meets your needs, and then you bring it to your builder, and then they give you a price and you realize, oh, well, that's just not simply realistic. So, and then what happens? So a couple of things. One is we can certainly drop the project, but talk about absolute disappointment in a lot of facets, but it just literally being disappointing. Or we can then ask the builder to, okay, how can you make this project affordable? So what can we do? What can we take out of this design? And then how does the architect feel or the designer feel about what was done? Or even worst case, is this design really cut apart where it's just this thing you're building? So with what I'd like to call a design build company, but taking a holistic approach, it's where everybody works as a team for the end goal. So it's really important to look at investment early on in the process. And to me, I've always said it's better to have the difficult discussions in the planning process. Once a project is started, that's it. We are literally obligated to finish the project somehow. Or if you're thinking of renovating, part of the Greater Ottawa Home Builders Association is a subset where renovators are part of the Renomark program. So definitely I would encourage to look for that symbol. There's a certain code of ethics that we have to adhere to. And number one tip, no matter what you do, just make sure you are indeed, like, let your gut tell you as well. If something's nagging you, there's probably a reason for it. Number two is definitely whatever you're doing, get it in writing and clearly understand what you're getting for. And if we don't understand, like even myself, I'm so used to my industry and all the technical terms that go with it, so often I get into a technical discussion. So if you don't understand it, please ask the question. I can't tell you enough how much I appreciate being asked, like, whoa, what does that mean? So can't encourage that enough. So to me, it's all about the proper planning for a smooth and successful outcome.